Hi, would you believe me if I told you that every time you print something out on a color laser printer like this, that there's actually a secret hidden code embedded on each and every printout that the government or whoever can use to actually track where this came from and when. You'd think I'm a nutter, right, who goes around wearing one of these things. But I can assure you that it's true. There is a secret code printed on each and every printout from practically every color laser printer. Let's check it out. Let's go to the microscope. And no, this is not my regular attire. I guarantee you, it's true. Let's go. Let me show you. Now, let's take a look at this printout that I just made from that Fuji Xerox CM205 printer. Let's have a look under just a small amount of magnification. This is a ×4 lens I've got here on my Mantis Elite Cam, and I'm going to be able to show you exactly what I'm seeing through here. And you don't need much magnification at all to see it. Let's have a look. There we go. There's Uncle Sam's eye. Okay. And it all looks pretty normal. You can see how it's actually made up, and I can actually go into ×8 down there, so you can see all the individual dots down there, and you might have noticed maybe something a bit funny going on, but let's have a look down here. Okay, let's keep going off to the side, and well, this is supposed to be blank, but there's lots of blue dots there. That's actually part of the JPEG image. Don't worry about that. But what are those funny looking yellow dots? Bingo! We've got ourselves the secret code that's on every single printout. And let's take the test printout from that exact printer. You know, the one that's built in, you use to just test it? Let's have a look. Look, there they are. Look, these yellow dots. They're on every single printout, regardless of whether or not you print this from a file, whether or not you use the photocopy function to print, or you use the included demo print, or whatever it is. It doesn't matter. It's got these yellow dots there, which are encoded with the serial number of the printer and the time and date as well. And look at them, they're as plain as day. You can see those yellow dots. They stand out like a dog's hind leg, and they're actually all over the page, all over it. You can see in there, it doesn't matter, and they go, you know, on this particular printer, they go fairly much all the way to the edge. It doesn't matter where it is, you get, though, even over the image that you print. If you look hard enough, there we go. We can see inside there, still see the yellow dots still embedded within inside the image. Sneaky bastards. Now, it's not just on Fuji Xerox printers. Let's take this HP 3600 color laser printer. This is the test printout from within inside the thing, and it's not going to be as perceptible, but you can still see the yellow dots in there. These ones aren't as dark, they aren't as prominent, but they're still there. And it's pretty much there on every laser printer on the market. Now, I'm not actually revealing anything new here. This has been known about for many, many years. In fact, I believe this started back in the 1990s when color laser printers got so good that Uncle Sam was a bit concerned that people might be able to counterfeit money on them. And we're not entirely sure how it works, or I haven't seen any documents that actually put this into law, that the manufacturers actually must include these secret hidden dots on these printers, but I believe it's been going on since at least the late 90s, and this was actually exposed by the Electronic Frontier Foundation, hence the shirt that I've got here, and they actually managed to decode the Fuji DocuPrint code format, which we don't know if it's standard. It could be different for different manufacturers, but at least one other manufacturer, Epson, I believe, at least one of the models uses the same yellow dot scheme as what's used on the Fuji DocuPrint printers. So the EFF were actually able to decode the dots on the Fuji DocuPrint one that I've got here, and here's an image from them actually explaining the encoding format, and you can see that the serial number's included in there and the date and time. So, you know, any government, any agency, whoever can actually look at this, know what serial number the printer it is, and through purchasing records and everything else, they can track who actually purchased that printer and find out who printed whatever. So if you're going to print out your ransom note or whatever, just be sure you don't print it out on a color laser printer, because you're going to come a gutser. They're going to bust you. So this is actually quite a serious privacy issue, because every single page you print of whatever it is you print on a printer that you purchased has this yellow dot code on it. There are some on the market that appear not to have these, and the EFF do have a bit of a list on what ones do and what ones don't. But, you know, pretty much assume that any color laser printer that you buy on the market is going to have this built in. So I haven't seen any evidence of what this is actually for, whether or not it's a government requirement at all on all printer manufacturers, at least because this is a US government initiative. Practically every manufacturer sells printers in the US. So if they might have to have this. Not sure if there's any legislation behind it. If anyone knows anything about that, please post it in the comment links down below. But so it seems that the printer manufacturers have sort of been complicit in this and said, look, yeah, we'll add this, you know, no worries. So I hope you found that interesting, and go have a look for yourself. You can use one of those crappy USB webcams, for example. It's not particularly hard, and if you've got like a hard to see one, you can actually put a blue LED on the thing, and that will actually make the yellow dots actually appear dark and black, so that they actually show up better. So you might want to give that a go, but it's on every printout. This isn't a joke. They've been doing it for decades, and not many people actually know about it. And it goes under various names. Printer steganography, for example, where steganography is the art of actually encoding information in plain sight, basically. And that's what they're doing. Every printout scattered all over this page is that yellow code embedded in there. So they don't just want to put it down in one corner, because then you can cut the thing out. It's all through your image. It's ridiculous. So maybe you can actually contact your manufacturer and go, hey, I don't like this bullshit. Take it out and, you know, see what they say. Maybe they'll eventually get the message and they won't add this stuff to the printers. Or you can specifically buy one, you know, talk with your wallet, buy one and let them know why you're buying that one, because it doesn't have this freaking forensic tracking on it. It's ridiculous. So good on you, Uncle Sam. Hope you found that video interesting. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. Catch you next time.